Hello, everyone, and welcome to the No Basic Podcast. I am AJ, and with me is Austin and Lucas. It's been a little bit since our last episode, but we are back with some new news in the Pokemon TCG. But
Yep.
how have you guys been?
Um,
Living the
been
dream.
sick. Yeah, just dealing with some colds and stuff. Um,
I feel that. I feel
it
that.
it sucks, but power through it.
You
So
thug
Yeah,
it out.
yeah,
absolutely,
gotta
absolutely.
yep. So we're gonna be talking about some new cards that just dropped. I guess basically today,
Yeah,
last
yeah.
night. I don't know exactly, but
I guess for Japan,
I guess
it was
technically,
very early this morning for me. I know that.
yeah, it was very early.
Yeah, I woke up to them and I was like,
Yeah,
oh
same.
shit.
Yeah. So you guys have the cards up?
Yeah,
I have an ad up right now.
I have the Poke Beach article here. So I guess
Now these were actually leaked a while
Yeah,
ago.
I
At
think
least the
some of them were definitely.
Galapagos EX was.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's 4 EXs leak of the
yeah.
like terrestrialized type. I guess is
So
I
we'll
don't
just
know.
go down the list, like
Yeah.
uh
So we can
Hoot
start with
Hoot,
that one.
the Hoot Hoot, and the Noctowl.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we'll
Okay.
do that. So the Noctowl does when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn. Of any Terra Pokemon in play, you need to search your deck up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand to shuffle your deck. That's pretty good. That
Yeah,
seems that
yeah.
seems
So
pretty.
it's kind of it's worse shady dealings.
Yeah,
The shady dealings with a
Yeah.
stipulation of needing a Terra type
yeah.
Pokemon.
So I wouldn't say it's bad. It
No, I
might
mean it's
find a
definitely gonna be
place.
ran.
I think right now, I think it really depends on the decks, but right now I don't think there's really reason to run it because we got like Arvin as a supporter,
Mm.
hmm
so but
I mean, it's gonna
def
be
go ahead.
with Terapagos is like it's the only one that I see it actually being ran in just because you're gonna be having that maxed out bench.
Yeah, that's true.
So you need to flood them,
Yeah,
but I don't know how consistent it's gonna be, especially with there's no like scoop up net like
yeah, not having scoop up
Metelion
net.
had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
I
maybe,
know.
but I guess if you're having to need your supporter like Turos, like that'd
hmm
be the only thing. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. So
Or scoop up Cyclone.
oh yes, I don't know if you would run an ace spec with that,
No,
like
you
that
can
ace.
run
You run the
the
other one.
new.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. So now we got the Fan Rotom, which is once during your turn, you may set your deck of 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less, reveal them, and put them into your hand. And you can't use the ability use that ability more than once on your turn. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna say that seems pretty good.
Well,
Depending on
You can only
you can
use it on
only
your
use it on
first
your first turn.
turn.
oh first
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I had to reread it myself.
What is it? Oh yeah,
it's
It
once.
says once during your first turn you may search, which is kind of
Mm,
weird wording. So,
yeah, I think if you're running a colorless deck, like it and it
like,
has
this has GLC written all
yeah,
over
GLC
it.
seems pretty good. Um,
But I
yeah,
I have a
can't.
theory that
I
they print stuff for GLC, but
I kind of
I don't know.
think they are, but I think maybe we're just starting to realize that
yeah,
there's other. But
They just
these
make
cards have,
broken. They
yeah,
unintentionally make good cards for GLC.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's true. All right,
Um.
it's not
So
that
we
good
have
then.
the
I just read
yeah,
the Buffalon.
Oh, actually, looking at the Bufalon, it's 100 HP,
Yeah,
so
that's
you
why I
can
was looking at that when I was like, oh, that
yeah.
seems pretty
hold
good.
up, hold up.
Uh,
We're cooking.
but
Maybe.
the Buffalon has the curly wall. If you have another Buffalon in play, your basic colors Pokemon takes 60 damage less from attacks or opponent's Pokemon. Pretty good. I mean, minus
Oh
60 is
yeah.
pretty good.
I
Yeah.
mean, make it essentially Terapagos a 290 basic.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
Yeah,
like
that could actually synergize with the Rotom
and
really
yeah,
well.
like
Looking at it.
they both being basics, I think it's like not like nest balls. You can get get them out, like get the rotom out really fast.
Yeah, you can
Hmm.
nest
Fast.
ball. You can also buddy with the rotom,
Yeah, you can
but
bite it with the rotom stuff. I don't know. They're cooking something
I
with it.
think very consistent. Seems
Yeah,
like at least they fill up your bench turn one.
yeah.
right.
Because obviously we'll get down to it. But the Terapagos EX.
Yeah,
Um,
this card looks fun.
yeah, this is crazy. It's got
Mega raise back.
they got Mega Rage back.
Mega
It's got a
Ray.
first attack is double colorless, and it's 30 damage times. Let's see, each of your bench Pokemon, but you can't if you go second, you can't use it during your first turn. So,
Hmm.
but everywhere else, that's pretty good, especially with the new Stadium card that's gonna be coming out. And then its second
And
attack, Crown Opal, 180 damage during your opponent's next turn to prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic non-colorless.
non-colorless.
Yeah,
It looks like.
And the energy cost is grass, water, lightning.
yeah,
Yeah,
grass, water,
yeah.
lightning. So
That's a trend with these new types.
yeah, so that's obviously asking a lot to get that up, but pretty strong. It's a pretty strong
Yeah,
attack.
I definitely think it's the deck you'll want to go first with, because since you can't attack on your second turn.
Yeah,
And you could probably just manually attach
I
yeah. Well,
mean, you
there's
run
to
some
get.
Dominion with a
And
Carmine, and
yeah.
yeah,
because you run the stadium to get the full bench, so you'll have the bench space.
Speaking
that
of that
is very
stadium, the
true.
Area Zero
Yes, let's get
Underdepths.
to that.
It's a if there's a Terra Pokemon in play, that player can have 8 Pokemon on their bench. Uh, that's crazy. It's like
Yeah.
Skyfield,
Oh yeah, it's
but
Hmm.
Skyfield.
Skyfield, but worse. But like, it's still really good. That's
Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
kind of crazy. Benches are gonna be insane. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're just gonna be
Um,
insane.
Reminds me of Eternatus as well, which had
Oh,
the 8
had the
for a
ability, right?
specific typing. Yeah, that ability. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I used to play that quite a bit
Um,
during COVID.
and then this supporter seems kind of nuts. Put your deck up for 2 basic energy cards of different types. Reveal them. Put one of them into your hand. Attach the other energy to your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. I think that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, Dragon Ball
Especially,
Yeah.
just got better.
yeah, Dragon Ball got better. Obviously, this is gonna be good in the Terrapagos.
Yeah, any of those
And Terra
typings,
types,
Yeah,
the
Terra
Terra.
types,
the new
Dragon types
Terras.
in general are going to be really good
Oh yeah.
because they're all using different types of energies. Um, oh,
So
really good. Now,
Reggie Drago is gonna be
yeah,
good.
Reggie
Yeah.
Drago definitely helps with that. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the new Ace Spec Sparkling Crystal, and it's uh, is it full
It's
card, and an attack cost of the Terra Pokemon this card is attached to is reduced by one of any type of energy. I think this is just really good for
I
those
definitely
for those decks like dragon types.
yes.
Like even it
Yeah.
just works on obviously Terrapagos, but it works on Dragapult too. So you can attack for
Yeah.
one
Hmm.
energy.
When I was testing Raging Bolt, I was getting trouble hitting the energy I needed a lot.
Hmm.
Um, Unless I had a vessel in hand. So this would actually help a lot.
Like I
um,
see this, and like it doesn't have a stipulation where it can only be used once per turn. If you can get it back,
yeah.
yeah, you can recycle it.
Hmm.
So
Or if they can't one shot you,
Ross
you can
hands
just
back
keep
up.
getting value
yeah,
out of it.
so it seems pretty good.
Yeah,
Roseanne's
absolutely.
backup, Eileen, those types of stuff.
Otherwise, I think very solid cards coming out
Yeah, I mean
in
they're
this
very
set.
few amounts, but they're like these just
They're
got announced.
powerful, and I
Yeah,
definitely see some synergy in
yeah,
the
they're
initial
definitely going for a lot of
leak.
synergy for colorless right now.
Which is cool. I like that they're experimenting with stuff
Hmm.
like that.
Very very
Um,
cool. All right, so
so yeah, so I guess it's just kind of brief because this literally just happened earlier today. We
Hmm.
have the special event Bologna in Italy.
mhm.
Um, It's kind of it was the last event of this format, I believe, or the last
I think so. It
Hmm.
has to be.
major. Yeah.
um,
So kind of a farewell to this format. We don't
mhm.
have a whole lot in terms of deck lists yet. We just have the initial archetypes, but
Yeah, there's a lot of people for this special event though.
yeah, quite a bit.
For a
Over just
special
over
event.
1,000 for a special event is pretty insane.
That's very
But
crazy. See some of
Was
the
it feature box on one?
yes,
yeah,
it looked
future
like
box one.
Future Box one.
Yeah,
Turbo
that's
Hand, I
crazy.
Um,
guess.
that
Um,
is that is.
then we got
It was a
some.
good medical.
Yeah, we got some Lost Box. I all they. I bet that sucked for the Lost Box player. I didn't watch the finals, but I'm sure that Lost Box and the Feature Hands
Mm,
doesn't go
Yeah.
too well, and with Guardy number
yeah.
3 as well,
Unf-
and
Yeah,
with
Guardian third.
Lugia number 4.
Lugia fourth. Yeah.
Pidgeot
Yeah.
control got
Double
two top.
Pidgeot control in top eight. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty
I do
crazy.
think like for this format that just ended and everything, Pidgeot control is definitely like has to be like like
It's
top 3
definitely hit
deck.
some steam, yeah,
Yeah,
going right at the end there.
yeah,
So it'll be interesting to see if it can hold up
yeah,
through the
definitely.
new format. Um,
Hmm.
but we don't
Um,
have much to go on there.
yeah,
It's just
we
kind
I
of
don't
a
think any
brief
of us really
mention.
watched it
Yeah,
that
unfortunately, I wasn't able
closely,
to.
but we
It's kind
wanted to
of
give
weird
a
Yeah.
shout out
hours,
to it.
but yeah, definitely shout out to the top eight there.
Um,
So now we have a Japanese event that was going on.
yeah,
I don't have a whole lot either here. It's not on Limitless as far as I know yet,
yeah,
but we do have a Reddit post. And it looked like Lugia V Star took it.
yeah. My boy took it.
Um, yeah, and it's interesting seeing what additions have been added in. The Blood Moon Ursaluna is
Blood Moon Ursaluna is so good in like
yeah,
so many
pretty
different
much
types of
every
decks.
deck. Um, so this Lugia though, the top four Lugia,
Mm-hmm.
it has a Snorlax in it.
Snorlax, it does. It has Radiant.
Yeah,
It has Radiant Zard too.
Radiant Zard as well. I think the Radiant Zard is a fine pick. The
Hmm.
Yeah,
Snorlax is an interesting pick. It makes
maybe it's
sense, but it's
yeah. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's just to buy you a turn.
just to buy you a turn, maybe two
Yeah.
even.
So
Especially if you're not expecting someone. I mean, you're not expecting a Lugia player to
they
pull
had
a
Thornton
Snorlax out on
too.
you. So
So
yeah, it's a really
Uh,
interesting build.
I like
Also
the
notice,
Thornton inclusion.
yeah, that's a really good
it's
one.
it's honestly not bad. But
Um, I like that. Also, a newer card, the Jamming Tower.
yes, I do think
Both
Jammin'
Lugias are
Tower
running
is
that.
really good in Lugia because this is with they're playing in the new format, so they've been playing in it for a while now, for a little bit.
Hmm.
But uh, I personally think like Lugia and Guardy are the top decks in that format with everything going on, and obviously Jamming Tower can get the knockouts on certain things that have bravery charms and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely. You
That
could,
matchup, so it's
if
very
someone's not
very good.
expecting a I think Jamming Tower would be a great tech card in a lot of decks.
Yeah,
Just-
I think it depends. We'll see how the format develops and
mhm.
how many
Yeah,
people
Hmm.
pick up Guardy, because I do think Guardy, obviously, it's very very good, but it's harder to play than I think most decks currently are right now.
very true. Yeah, yeah, it definitely takes a lot more brain power to
Yeah,
play
you need to
Guardy.
be playing it like constantly, and
And that's usually why I'm on Twitter griping that Guardy always
yeah,
ties because
Lugia, like I really like Lugia can be like
The
boring in
six
terms
star.
of Lugia can be kind of boring because you know what the setup is the whole time, but I enjoy it because I mean get my two chops into play, and
yeah,
then I'm as long as I get that in the first turn, especially with Carmine now, and I'm chilling. As
yeah,
long as I
absolutely.
didn't prize something really important, I'm kind of just chilling.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I guess let's get to the I guess meat of the episode. NAIC
Mm-hmm.
is going to be this week coming up. I guess it will be this week.
Yeah.
So you know, we were talking about going. It didn't.
life
come to
happens.
fruition. Life happens.
We like probably wouldn't have got in with the registration process anyway, but
Yeah, the likelihood that all three of us would have gotten
one of
in,
us
maybe
is
not.
gonna have some like some stuff going on in a month or
Yeah, there would
two.
be some big life changes for the No Basic team.
Yeah.
So, but we wanted to still like kind of give our predictions.
Hmm.
So we did go ahead and pick 4 players each. We haven't gone over it yet, so this is
No,
all
this is just us.
we're going in.
Yeah, it's not going to be a
So
draft. We were thinking
yeah,
about that at first, but we're just
yeah,
going to
but
talk about
just yeah, if there's
like
overlap, there's
Shoot the
overlap.
yeah,
shit, pick who we think's gonna be the
yeah.
go
We're going to
Yeah,
see
be on
who we
top.
think is going to show up and do really well. Maybe in top like, or it's going to be like
yeah,
basically our top 4 players
yeah,
who we think are going to do really well.
and
Yeah.
then we'll look over our choices. We'll look
All
over our
right. Who wants to
choices.
go first? You want to go first, or
I can go first.
all right,
Go for
Luke?
So I picked pretty much basically off these are people I think are gonna make it to top 8.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some of them are. I mean, I guess I'll go with my number 1 pick just because I think statistically you got to throw them on there
Oh,
toward Red Club.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I guess if one of us, like if you guys have them on your list, we can just talk about why and
yeah. Well,
whatnot.
yes, he's
But
on my
I got
list as
Tord.
well. Um, AJ, is he on your list?
Nope.
You didn't put him on
Uh,
I
yours?
did not put Tord on the list.
All right, so
you're
Nothing
gonna
against
wish you
Tord,
did.
nothing against Tord,
I
but
don't even know he's going to NAIC, but I'm assuming.
I kind of
Yeah, I don't know
assumed
if any
you guys were
if
gonna
all
pick
these
him, so I
Oh,
players
so you
are.
just
didn't
trying to
pick
pick
him.
a?
I kind of wanted, yeah, I was trying to go for not the most obvious choice, but I don't, no disrespect to Tord, I absolutely think his name deserves to be
Yeah, on
in
a
that
list.
conversation,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. No, but I think like anyone that's remotely into the competitive scene is gonna agree with us. Like you can never count him out.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
as
it was just a safe choice.
that's the safest
That's the
choice we
very
can
biggest.
safe
make.
choice.
Like he was literally
Very.
my first pick as well.
Here's a question: with his Dragapult meta class or Metafy class uh, dropping, do you guys think he's actually going to play Dragapult
I
to
think wherever he's
NIC?
got cooking up, if he's doing a meta class
It's
with it,
tough because like he does come in with the spice a lot, but at the same
like
time he's been shown to be very consistent once he picks up a deck. So if he
yeah,
really,
if he like is doing a meta class for it, he probably believes in the deck enough to do it. So I think it'd probably be a safe choice to assume that he is doing Dragapult if he's just playing it so much to do a meta class like that.
I
yeah,
got money on either sticking with Charizard
Yeah,
or going to Guardy, going back to Guardy.
yeah. Like he's
Because
been
Guardy is just
Guardy's treated
it's
him
not as
well
good
too.
as yeah.
Yeah, so but if he does play Dragapult, I'm gonna assume he's gonna play it with Charizard. That's my
Yeah, I don't know
assumption.
what his. I didn't get his Metafy class because I don't really care for Dragapult. I don't think it's bad, but
Oh
just
yeah, same.
not my cup
Like
of
that's why
tea.
I like that's just me guessing if I had to guess. Go ahead,
Uh,
Luke.
anyway, my next guess, and the reason why I'm picking him is because he is already a champion with the deck that I think is going to do the best, which is Guardy,
Hmm.
and that is Ryan Antonucci.
Okay, I
Um,
didn't have him.
I just think Guardy's
nice.
in a very, very good spot.
Yeah,
Even people tagging against Guardy,
I
I
mean
think Guardy's
Guardy's just
still.
known to be a comeback deck anyway. So
I think any deck is going to be at least 50-50.
yeah,
Maybe
it's
Future Box is going to be the
hardest.
hardest, but I still
Yeah,
think at worst it's like maybe
yeah, its
40,
matchup
60,
spread is
45,
really good though.
55.
So,
Um, my next pick is Owen Cameraman. I'm
mhm.
not sure if he's actually going to be playing in NAIC, but he did well with Champao.
Mhm.
I love me some Champao.
Speaking of
Uh,
Chien-Pao, do you guys think it's dead or?
no, I think
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think it's fine.
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
just
gonna
I
under
go
think
the
it's a
fine.
radar
dark
right now.
horse.
Just so many different things going on.
Everybody's focused on the new stuff. It's
Yeah,
just chilling. I think it's a fine pick.
I think it doesn't really get anything new with this sets, and not a
yeah,
lot of people are really excited to
play it.
play it because I
Mhm.
don't think any new cards would go in it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. No. All right,
Um,
last pick.
Last but not least, I'm gonna go with a local player to us,
Mm.
at least relatively local, with Raul
Oh, yep,
Reddy.
yep.
Already, very good choice.
I think he's just due for a really I mean, he got top 8 at what was it?
The
It
Peonia,
was
Peonia, the
Was it
Australian.
Pionia? Yeah,
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 yeah.
Pionia. I was thinking Peoria. Um,
yeah,
he got top 8 there.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
He's pretty much he's due. I wouldn't be surprised to see him getting top 8 again. At
and I played against him recently, and man, he's on it. Like
yeah,
just watching him play.
yeah. All right,
Yeah, very
I'll
good.
go next.
Go for
So
it.
I did some pretty safe choices. I did another one that's kind of like not super local to us, but John Ang, he won.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, he won a regional. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's a safe choice. Yeah,
He's been
he's
consistent
been
this
pretty
season,
consistent.
He's been
Like
on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
this year
He
he's
really
been
has
really
been.
doing really good. He doing good.
doing
I
well
think
at every major. It seems like I
yeah.
don't think there's
Um,
been one he hasn't day two that
yeah.
at
I
least.
I don't know if he's
Yeah.
because he's been playing Chien Pao as well.
Hmm.
I don't know if what he's been playing now, but I you know can never count him out with how consistent he's been doing this season.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Speaking of
Uh,
consistent, my next choice because I also had Tord, but I'm going to skip Tord since we talked about him. Azul. Azul's been really consistent. I think this is another safe choice. That's
Who? I didn't hear who you said.
Azul.
yeah. Okay,
Oh,
Azul.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, you cut out, so
Oh,
we didn't hear
sorry.
you.
Yeah, Azul.
Okay. Azul. Yeah.
Um, he's
He
he
was
ranked.
definitely on my maybe as well.
Yeah,
But
he's been doing really well this season as well. He won what 2 regionals
Yeah,
or more? I don't
you're
know.
on San Antonio and
The one in EU.
Orlando.
Well, he did.
Or no, Stockholm. Stockholm.
Stockholm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't know why I thought Orlando.
very, very good choice. I think.
Stockholm. He's been really consistent, and I think that's a pretty safe. So
Yeah,
I
I think
agree.
anyone from his playtesting group is just a
yeah,
solid pick.
which
Hmm.
Can't go wrong.
I'm pretty sure Grant Manley is on his playtesting group.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I also put Grant on there. I think
Okay.
all of them are good. So and like I also had Isaiah Bradner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There we go.
yeah,
Okay.
some
Solid.
really good people. I think that
Very solid
yeah.
list.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, AJ.
I didn't have mine in any particular order, but there is some overlap now.
Yeah.
So the first pick, well, I'll just start with the overlap ones since we just talked about him. But Johning, I
Mm-hmm.
had him picked as well. I think he's very much on fire. I mean, he got top 4 at
Yeah.
Stockholm. Like just, I mean, he's just killing it with regional win. And he's a local guy, so I got
Yep. You
to
gotta
show
get
some
always
love
give
to.
shout out
Gotta
to
get at least
local.
one local in there.
Gotta
Yeah.
get a local in there. So the other one was Grant Manley.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I did pick people, I guess, I guess low key, I had a bit of a history with, like Grant. The first person I ever played at a regional got paired up against.
Oh
So,
yeah, true.
he was nice when I met him, and other than that, I've never really interacted with him. But I think he's solid. Same with Azul. I think they're both like very
Yeah.
consistent. So I thought he would pretty safe choices there.
Yeah.
This other one, I feel like doesn't get talked enough, but he does have a lot of good finishes, is Calvin Connor.
I actually wrote him down
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
I did write him down.
I didn't
I
just pick him
forgot
because he
about
had
it.
a run with Snorlax for a while,
Yeah.
but, no, I mean, I think he does really well with a lot of different decks.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good finish with Guardy, a few with Snorlax, a few with Guardy actually, but, so, I mean, I feel like he's just overall really consistent, and I
Hmm.
think he was at one point had the most championship points. I don't know if I think he got knocked off, but a
Oh
bit,
yeah.
but he was like up there for a minute.
Yeah.
So I think he's very consistent. Will he get top 8 in AFC? Who knows? But I think he's got a good shot. And this last one is sort of a wild card, but a former local that I believe moved, but Charlie Locker. Um,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I
I've
mean,
seen him in.
he got 6th at Vancouver. That's his last huge finish. But I mean, he got like 37th and 43rd at like the past couple regionals. So I mean, he's going to him. I don't even know if he's doing NAIC. I don't I haven't interacted with him in years, but I think he's just very solid, and it seems like he's been on fire as of late. So I definitely wanted
Yeah.
to.
Unfortunately, we can't go. We would have had to show up the whole place.
Yeah.
No, but good luck to everyone that's going to NAIC.
Yeah. Good
Um,
luck.
Mhm.
it's gonna be great watching the whole thing go down. It's gonna be a huge
Yeah.
event, and it's gonna be a
Oh,
lot of
biggest.
top level Pokemon being played. So
Yeah, there'll
definitely
be a
gonna keep our
lot
eye
of
on it. So
hopefully a lot of good stream games and good content to
yep.
watch. But
Then
like, yeah, so like if we were going to NIC this week, um, just go ahead and make a case for what deck
all
you
right,
would run.
since you brought it
Try to
up, go ahead and
All right, I'll bring it up. So for me, I mean, I've been on the hype train for Dialga lately,
yeah.
I mean, I went 3-0 at a local tournament with last week. When it goes off, it just goes off.
Yeah.
You hit a Star Chronos, and you can just
On it,
change the
just taking
tide
an
of a
extra
game, and
turn is
just
always just busted.
yeah. I mean, you can literally put it to a point where they just can't come back at that
Yeah.
point. Like if you get two of their attackers
If you get
or something.
two things of two prize Pokemon and just take
Oh
four
yeah, that too.
prizes, it's
Four prizes. It's
The
insane.
the thing about it is every time I've ever faced it, I'm not even kidding. Half the time they whiff every
oh yeah. That's the thing with it.
metal.
It's
Yeah, I
just
mean it's very luck based.
yeah, it feels like
It
gambling.
can
But
brick,
that's like
but it's also just I just feel like it's a sleeper. I mean,
yeah. I
but
think
I
it
mean it was
depends
hype. I mean,
like what
yeah,
does it gain with a new set, and I don't know how
yeah.
the matchup spread is with the new set and stuff.
I
I
would
would have to
personally
play it.
run it just because right now the only two decks I've really got testing in is Snorlax and Dialga, and
Hmm.
playing Snorlax in best of 3 just doesn't
All
sound
right.
fun.
I'll go next.
Go for it.
So I already said it earlier, but I like Lugia has been my boy. So and Lugia with this new set is absolutely bonkers. I think it's insane that what kind of stuff you can pull off. You can the legacy energy. You get Iron Hands. You can attack with Luminion again. It gets Wellspring, Ogerpon, which I think is really good. It gets a lot of stuff, and with the Blood Moon Ursaluna, and I think its matchup spread is insane. I think it's only real like losing is Future Hands, or Miraidon. That's its only bad matchups, I would say. And then I think even matchups is Guardy, and I think that's it. Like everything else, I think you're winning. Uh,
Mm,
and I think it's insane how well it's positioned right now. And I think a lot of people are onto that right now. Lugia, and it's just really good. Go ahead,
yeah.
Luke.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, I'm sticking with a. Well, not sticking with. I never liked Guardy
Yeah, and
like the previous formats, but
formats. Yeah.
I
I really
agree.
wanted to play a deck with Monkey Dory.
Hmm.
Blissey just isn't it right now.
Yeah, I think like me and
So
him both like Blissey, but Blissy's just I would say not that good. It's fun,
yeah,
but
it's a fun deck. But
yeah.
so going with Guardy.
Yep.
And then for all of the listeners that made it this far, I'm going to show you the secret sauce for NAIC right here, right now. And this is for Guardy, specifically for Guardy. Not now, hear me out. Turn one,
Well, hold on
especially if you're
for
facing
our
like,
non-visual listeners.
oh yeah, we got the transformative start ditto.
There
Yeah.
we go.
So I forgot we're on Spotify now.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are on
check us out on
Spotify.
Spotify if you just
Yes,
don't want
if
to
you're
watch us on
yep, if you're
YouTube.
on YouTube, check us out on Spotify.
But the case for Ditto. Buddy popping for it, turn one. Like if you're gonna, ideally you want to go second with
Mhm.
one. Let's get this straight. Reset stamp or unfair stamp is better than hyper aroma.
Yes, I
Hyper
do
aroma
think
is
so
not
too. I
needed.
I think even though I think Hyper Aroma is good in it, I think Unfair Stamp is crazy in Guardy.
Hyper aroma is good, but TM Evolutions is just it kind of does the
Yeah.
same thing, and it's
Yeah.
one less. But
Yeah.
so this is where you're going first, and you're facing like Lost Box. Get this. You can buddy popping for it, retreat, put it in the active, change it to Fluttermane,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
change it to Ralts if that's, or you change it to whatever.
Yeah. I do think
Don't take the bait. Don't put Ditto in your deck. I
what,
tried it. It wasn't worth.
it wasn't working. You were just
I
gaslighting
mean,
me.
it was all
But you
right,
were
but
convincing me and then you said that. I was like,
well,
"Oh, wait."
if you get to go second,
Yeah.
it's kind of a dead card because you don't want to go with that route. Unless, I mean, if you are facing Lost Zone,
Yeah.
it might be decent. But if they're playing like a
Do you
um,
like personally run
Iron
like
Bundle,
Mimikyu in it?
Mimikyu, no. There's people are typing for Mimikyu,
Yeah, I don't think you
and
need
it's
Mimikyu because
otherwise it's
like
just like a stall card.
yeah, and I
It's not
like some
really.
people are saying like they run it for the Ogre Pawn, Raging Bolt deck, but like they run the other Ogre Pawn, the
Hmm.
Cornerstone, and I just goes through it, or
Yeah,
they run the Sandy Shocks or whatever. Yeah. So
but
yeah,
yeah, I play Guardy.
yeah.
Guardy's really fun. It's even when you're behind, it just
Monkey Dory for the win.
Monkey Dory's crazy.
Yeah,
Being able to Turo your Monkey Dory to
and then using it
do a
again.
30 Turo, do it again to get a knockout, and then
Yeah,
get another knockout. There's just so much more lines now
yeah.
than the
I
previous
do agree.
format.
If I wasn't gonna like a Lugia stand, I'd probably play Guardy too. You know what? I might even pick up Guardy. I don't know. I think they're both good. We'll see how.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you can't go wrong with either.
yeah. I think are really good.
But they both. The
Yeah.
thing is, they both have a tough matchup against Future Box. So is Future
Yes.
Box going to be the
It.
the?
I
I
mean, it
mean, it
might.
literally just won
It
Yeah.
might. I
the
mean, we might be going into a
special event.
triangle meta of Lugia, Guardian,
Yeah.
Future Box.
I also think because I do think if Lugia was more consistent, I think it'd be a tier 0 deck. If it like had certain things that
I
made
mean,
it
it
more
used to be a tier 0 deck.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right, we're not in the like the tier 0 Lugia meta anymore.
Hmm.
But I do think it's if it was more consistent because Lugia can eat itself alive. Like that's all the problem is with it. um,
Hmm.
I think that's everything we had. So we can call
Yeah.
it here.
Yeah. It's a solid episode.
Yeah.
We like he said if you're watching us on YouTube, we do have Spotify to look up the No Basic Podcast, and if you're on Spotify, look us up on YouTube for the No Basic Podcast. I think that's it for now. I'm still working on the Apple Podcast part,
We'll
but
get there eventually.
yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, solid episode,
All right.
and
Thank you guys for
yeah,
watching.
Thank you guys.
thank you guys.
Appreciate
See
you.
ya.
All right. See you guys.